Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, Part 10. We left off on a pretty big cliffhanger, I think. This game has a lot of good cliffhanger moments. So let's just get to it. Let's start this right now.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Okay, so we are Maria Colden right now, who is the good therapist, the good doctor that's trying to help us. Okay, let's
Very
examine.
well. I'll examine him.
Ah, crap. No, I should ask you questions. I'm sorry. I never know what's the right thing to do.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. 30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
We better be able to say all of these things, and you don't skip out on me being able to say the things I want to say.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
I love how she just straight up came out and said, "Don't you know what an edema looks like, you dumb, nice lady?" But I'm happy that this game at least is allowing me to say the rest of the answers that I want to say instead of just skipping over them when I hit the one that makes me go on to the next part of the game. Also, I love these two guys arguing back there, which is definitely Fitzroy and the doctor. Yeah. I haven't seen Fitzroy in forever.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
What? What is going on?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
He's a Cthulhu.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
Everything. You're turning him into a monster. It shouldn't be too accusatory. We'll go with the first one.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Trying to see.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Hidden files are proof. But yeah. Nobody mentioned crimes for now. That's true.
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can count.
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was dying.
I don't know what to think for now. What I'm sure of is that Fuller is hiding something from us. And I need to know what that is before I take a chance exposing him.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
So, I assume this is happening at the same time that we open this book, right? Like, it's not like a past thing or anything, because Marie Colden is still very suspicious of Dr. Fuller, and she seems to have a little bit even more knowledge now. Like when we were talking to her in the, not the last game, but the last one before that. So I can only assume that this is going on at the same time as what we were just doing in the last episode.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
So everyone on this island does take sleeping pills. Let's see. I found a book in the bookseller's safe. There was something wrong with it. It smelled of death and putrefaction. I had a bad feeling. I read it to understand why I had such feelings. I had a bad feeling about this book, so I read it. What happened after that? Where am I? We can't go to ourself right now. Interesting.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Someone's in the bathroom? I hear water. Well, this is not the bathroom.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
It's temperamental,
It's so
if I
unfair.
understand correctly. Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Why
Do
go
you
through-
really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
What a struggle. So they're calling this nurse a witch and an old hag. Interesting.
Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well, Elizabeth, thank you. I was making sure the water wasn't cut off yet again.
Thank God, no. The water's running. I have no desire to call Donovan for help.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Can you imagine having to fill up a bathtub the way that they filled up these bathtubs back then? Walking from here with this size bowl all the way to there. Jesus. I would never bathe. I'd be very smelly. Don't really see anything in here. It's a place for medical records, it looks like. Reference book of medical sciences. Closet to hide in, always good.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Wow. Hates me.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
She's the,
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Distract Donovan, cut off the water. Oh, poor Elizabeth, I'm sorry. But this is the lady, or at least she looks like the lady who was injecting Pierce whatever she was injecting him with, but her face was all bloody. That was at the end of episode 6. So we're gonna have to cut off the water.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Dr. Fuller is in the surgical
Dr.
ward.
Fuller always keeps his key with him. The boiler room key is not in its place.
Okay. So I guess that's what we have to find.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
Great.
Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
I need to ask you some questions then. Please.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place. Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
So you think. But I need that plumbing to get undone.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Maybe this is in the past then. Maybe it's not. I don't know. If there's one way to find out. We'll see if Pierce is the person who came up. He must be, because there's Fuller. Not Fuller. Bradley. Right there.
Dr. Colden.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course.
Oh,
Why?
never mind. Maybe this is at the same time then, because he's not here for Pierce.
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
How interesting. Okay. You're just tired.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
So everyone has nightmares on this island.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Everyone takes sleeping pills.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Welcome to America. Can't leave.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
But sigh. Yeah, I understand. This is where they want us, and here. Kitchen.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Alright, so we at least helped that guy. Does not sound good, though.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Jeez.
Dr. Colden?
Hello, Betty. I'm looking for the key to the boiler room.
What for?
To put it in its place. Perhaps I should do the same with you.
Oh,
I beg your pardon?
I suspect you of having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. But be warned, it could easily be you they will all be laughing at tomorrow.
You are right, Doctor. The key is in the dormitory office in Block B.
Thank you. I shall go fetch it.
dormitory office in Block B. Are we not in Block B right now?
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
Yeah, what happened there?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Everyone's passing out on this island. Things are not going well for anyone. People can't sleep. They're passing out. They're having nightmares.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Okay, he actually did something good, it seems. Got the boiler room key.
The
Cool.
key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
I'm so sorry to Elizabeth. She's not happy that she has to talk to Donovan.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
How interesting. Oof, your legs don't look too great, bud.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Throw him out. Get rid of him. Just kidding. No, so mean. He seems like he's been mistreated.
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Dr. Colden is so ruthless. She straight up calls everyone out. Her per my last email is just like questioning their ability to be nurses. I love her. Run, run, run.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Oh, this is Fuller. This is Francis Sanders' wife. Irene Sanders. Fuller added a handwritten note. He recommends to take her down to the psychiatric ward in order to provide her with the quiet and rest that she needs. Not good. This is not good at all.
Mrs. Sanders?
Wow. I don't think Kat would have had anything to do with it. Kat said her and Mrs. Sanders were friends. Let's go to the boiler room. Although this is the kitchen, but you know, just looking for everything.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Interesting. Just a bathroom?
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Why, thank you, kind sir. This is the storage room. Medicine book. Pharmacy. Administration, bathroom. Fuller's office is that way. So where's the boiler room? Boiler room. Looks great in here.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
We are weak sauce. Find a tool. Is there not one in here? Maybe there's one in the storage room. Great. Okay, back out. Yeah, let's go to the storage room. There shouldn't be anything in the pharmacy, right? Like, just drugs.
Doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Humo delinquente. Individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. Seriousness of this study and the accuracy of the demonstration is can deceive an uninformed reader.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Using up all the drugs here. Alright, back to the storage room. No, there's nothing in here for us to use. This was open before. There we go. Monkey wrench. Alright, run to the boiler room. And let's loosen this up.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Go back to Elizabeth. So sorry, Elizabeth.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
I do feel bad. Clues. Sanders stuff. Okay. We're not gonna completely follow her. I'm sure me following an NPC in this game won't do much. But we'll just come in here and
Mrs.
wait
Donovan?
right here.
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
What now?
It's off. It's not my fault.
Nothing is ever your fault. I told you to control the flow, even if I know it's not your strong point.
I've apologized 1,000 times.
I haven't counted that many, but then unlike you, I don't have time to keep track.
Please,
Oh my.
Mrs. Donovan. I'm grateful to you for having kept me on despite that incident. I just need the water to be put back on. Otherwise, the bathroom will quickly become a nest of germs.
Very well. I'll finish what I'm doing, and then I'll fix your blunders once more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Out of my sight. Go chatter with your colleagues. That's what you do best.
I feel so bad. Is she gonna leave? Maybe. Oh. This isn't his office. This is his office. Great.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
I wonder, since she was already over there, I wonder if I didn't have to do that. Oh well. Scylla.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Change mast. Okay. Wait, how do these turn? If I turn it, this turns 180 degrees. This turns 180 when I'm on it. Those ones turn 90 degrees. But in separate ways.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Only these two turn when I do this one. Only those two turn, right? Yeah.
I've unlocked something.
I am so sorry.
Patient files. I was right.
A Sarah Hawkins interview. How interesting. What else can we find? We're gonna definitely listen to the
The
phonograph.
Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Closet. Those two things, really? That was it? I guess so. Let's listen to the phonograph.
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient, Sarah Hawkins.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
The illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why is Ethan on medication?
It's Bradley, Ethan Bradley. The shoe.
why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Her painting abilities? Her occult abilities? What are we clicking on here?
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him.
James Fitzroy.
I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement.
Where else would
When all
you...
the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Huh. Where else would you put a morgue, though? Seriously. On the top floor?
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Okay. Let's skedaddle.
I must go back to the basement.
Consult diary. Go down into the psychiatric wing. I don't want to go down into the psychiatric wing. Even more significant, the director of Riverside Institute obviously had a strong obsession with the artist. The content of the cylinders recorded by a doctor proves his interest in the young painter. Summaries of psychoanalysis sessions as well as blood tests confirm the fact. In one of the cylinders, Fuller clearly states that he has hidden the body and the personal effects of one of his patients. Great. Even better. Just get me out of here,
I
please.
should go another way.
Okay. Down into the psychiatric wing. Oh, we can't go into the surgical ward. So how do we get downstairs? Through the exit? Probably not.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
Kitchen, definitely not through there. Definitely this way. Definitely the spooky way. Yep, this is exactly where we were. Love all the detail with the bugs flying near the lights. Oh, okay. Normal. This is normal. Nothing wrong with being down here.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I
Great.
knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Great. Great. Fantastic.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly.
Ah.
Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Please don't do that. Here's Charles Hawkins.
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
Marie Colden was there. Can we level up anything? No, we can't. I tried. Well, we can't level up occultism anyway.
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Necronomicon. But yeah, let's do this. Come on. How much worse could it get without having you?
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
High-speed driving. All right. So, Chapter 8 was Riverside Institute. Chapter 9 is Riverside Institute, but in a different way, because this chapter we were just as Maria Colden, and next one we're going to be Pierce. That was pretty interesting. I was expecting to find a little bit more in regards to other patients, but that's okay. It seems like things are hitting their climax, right? Dr. Fuller is kind of revealing himself. Obviously, he was not a good guy, but he just straight up stuck Marie Colden with whatever he stuck her with. So, hopefully, we'll find out next time. When we come back, we'll find Marie Colden. We'll figure out a little bit more of what's going on. Why is everyone getting these headaches? Why is everyone taking sleeping pills? Well, because they can't sleep, but why? Like, what is Cthulhu doing to them? What is with this island? So, when we return, we'll be back in the Riverside Institute. Until then, if you're enjoying the channel, if you're enjoying the videos, please do like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Take care now. Bye.